The Ptolemies had a word for it, trophy, sometimes translated into English as luxury. And trophy means everything in excess. Philanthropic endeavors, building endeavors. So whatever it is that you're doing, go over the top when you're doing it. And you could go over the top because you had unlimited resources at your disposal.
Alexandria shone as the greatest city on earth.
The Alexandria of Cleopatra was the be-all and end-all. Some people say it's the New York of the times, the Paris, you pick the capital. It was the place to be. So what you're looking at is this glistening marble metropolis, and Rome living in wooden hovels, a hick town, as opposed to the hip jet-set place to be. We see a hieroglyph here that represents the restoration of the monument under the majesty of the Horus, the strong bull, rising in glory in Thebes, the lord of the two lands, Thutmose III. And in so doing, he intercalates himself into the long tradition of Egyptian pharaohs and recognizes that his legitimacy is based on that long succession. When we talk about great innovations in history, we think about the wheel, we think about the invention of fire, and we're not able to put a name to any of those inventions. But we do have a man whose name we put on stone architecture.
An expert in the art of the ancient Egyptians, Dr. Robert Bianchi believes the remains of a statue of the pharaoh Djoser reveal the name of that architect.
This statue base was discovered near the enclosure wall of the Djoser Pyramid in 1926. It's important for several reasons. First of all, it has the name of Djoser preserved for us, one of his names here on the left-hand side. As we started to read the inscriptions on the statue, we noticed something very extraordinary and almost unique in the history of Egyptian art. And that is that in the second line from the bottom on the left-hand side, we have E-E-M-Hotep, the name of Imhotep. So by putting the name of Djoser and this epithet referring to Imhotep on the statue, Djoser is elevating Imhotep almost to divine status. Khufu, suffering from boredom, hears about a magician who's able to perform wonderful treats. The magician amuses Khufu with a bunch of dismemberments. And so, for example, in one episode, he takes apart a crocodile and puts the crocodile back together, tail to head. And the crocodile waddles him around the middle of the floor. And Khufu says, "Whoa, that's cool. I've got a prisoner. Why don't we bring this guy over and you can take him apart and put him together the same way?" And the magician reprimands the king right to his face and said, "We don't treat human beings in this despicable kind of a way." And here we have the seeds, if you will, of what is going to be the posthumous denigration of Khufu's memory as this horrible tyrant who absolutely was despicable, a tyrant in the worst sense of the word.